Welcome. I am the Golden Emperor, and we, today, are diving into the aftermath of Golden Frieza. But this what if doesn't just involve that. It involves a wish made by Goku, a wish for Frieza's potential. This is What If Goku Wished for Frieza's Potential. And if you enjoy, as always, leave a like, leave a sub, and leave a comment down below. And I'm not going to waste that much more of your time, because I want to get right into it. Let's get it. Like I said, this is during the aftermath of Golden Frieza, or the defeat of Golden Frieza. There's a ton of carnage everywhere, but luckily Goku has defeated Frieza, and now it just comes down to them wishing for everything to be repaired. Goku, this time around, decides to help with the gathering of the Dragon Balls, and even helps Bulma with the summoning of the dragon. They would stand there, and Bulma would await the dragon's appearance, and he would eventually arrive. Shenron shows himself, and Bulma wishes for everything destroyed by the Frieza Force to be repaired and brought back to normal. The wish is granted, and Goku continues to lament about how strong Frieza was, and he says that he wishes that he had Frieza's potential, or more or less growth rate, that would be absolutely insane. And he says this directly while Bulma is saying another wish, but as it's said, it seems as if Shenron shoots into the sky and nothing happens. Bulma's confused. What just happened? She looks around just to see that the people aren't actually revived, but that's weird. She just wished for that. Goku kind of says that he doesn't understand why it happened like that either, but whatever. They kind of just chalk it up to a misunderstanding, maybe some weird thing that just happened out of nowhere. And frankly, they don't really connect the two and two together, but of course Bulma would in the near future. But they just toss it up to maybe a mistake in the phrasing, and Goku sets off to train on Beerus' planet once again. Both Goku and Vegeta continue their sparring and training together, but during this training, it seems as if some other things are going on. Beerus and Champa are currently talking about making a tournament. This tournament would involve Universe 6 and Universe 7, but the stakes are insane. The winner would take the Super Dragon Balls. The Super Dragon Balls are just like the ones on Earth, but they're even more powerful. There are no restraints. You could do anything with the Super Dragon Balls. They would be absolutely catastrophic in the wrong hands. And, well, Champa, he wants to bring the Earth from Universe 7 to Universe 6. And Beerus, let's just say, doesn't like that idea because he loves the food way too damn much. So, they decide they're going to make a tournament for it, for those Super Dragon Balls, and Champa and also Beerus speak on what's going to happen and how it's going to work. They decide on it being a 1 versus 1 format, but they will have 5 fighters. So they all agree on the stipulations, and they already have 2 of them. Goku and Vegeta are 2 of the fighters already, and Beerus would say that they need to find 2 more. And they say, why not 3? But of course, that would be answered by Beerus. Beerus would say that he has someone that was his strongest fight ever, one of the hardest fights he's ever done and been in part of, and he'll just invite him. Yes, Goku and Vegeta have their more or less question marks about this, and more Vegeta than anything, but Beerus would say not to worry about it and get 2 other fighters. Vegeta would suggest Gohan, and that would be a good suggestion, but he hasn't been training for 1, but also for 2, he has some school thing to do. Something about being a professor or something like that. So Goku and Vegeta, while looking for their team, they end up adding Piccolo. Obviously, like I said, Gohan decides not to join. They add Buu as well, and their 5th member would be the strongest fighter Beerus has ever fought in Monaka. Yeah, Monaka. So whatever, it's more or less going to be 4v5, but it actually kind of ends up being even less than that later on. But before the tournament, Goku and Vegeta would decide to train in the hyperbolic time chamber for 3 years, and this is where we see the insane growth that Goku now possesses. He trains with Vegeta. They begin fighting and sparring and do some insane training as much as possible. But during this, Goku hides a lot of the power he kind of gains throughout this time. He realizes that he's actually gaining power at an insane rate, and he kind of realized this earlier too. He realized this when they were doing simple sparring, when they were on Beerus's planet. But now it is leaps and bounds. Goku even evolves, yes, evolves Super Saiyan Blue, evolving it even further than Super Saiyan Blue evolution to even Super Saiyan Blue 2. He hides this from Vegeta, and the process of how strong he's getting is insane. And he can't even think about it. He can't even comprehend it because he's never grown this fast in his life at all. I mean, yeah, they grew fast in the time chamber a long time ago, but this is unprecedented. He's never grown this fast, and he's never exceeded forms this fast. He even thinks to himself that maybe he should work on the thing that we told him about, the whole moving on his own. But that is still going to take some time, even with insane potential, and it's not something he even thought about working on at this moment, which maybe he should have. Maybe he would have even gained it. Maybe he would have even gained Ultra Instinct. But that's beyond the point right now. He gains his immense strength during this time while fighting Vegeta, and Goku and Vegeta would eventually come out of the time chamber, and everyone sets off for the tournament. The tournament, on arrival, everyone actually takes a test. And yeah, I mean, as y'all know, Boo ain't the smartest tool in the or there's not the sharpest tool in the shed, and Boo does his normal thing, and that's fail. So he fails and isn't actually allowed to participate, so Universe 7 is already down a fighter. But Goku feels like this should be just fine, and his confidence is just obviously glimmering off of him. And people don't really take this weirdly, because at the end of the day, Goku's always done that. He's always felt like he's stronger than everyone else, and has always felt like he can win anything at any time. And he would prove it immediately in the first match. It would be Goku versus Botamu. Botamu is a big lard of a person, and actually, it's pretty tanky. Goku throws multiple punches at his stomach, but it seems like it does absolutely nothing. But then Goku thinks to himself, well, if the punches don't work, this is a tournament, so why not throw him out? He kind of thinks of the old days in terms of being in tournaments, and he swings Botamu around and throws him off the stage. He kind of laughs about this, and everybody claps, and Beerus is excited to see this because that's one fighter down already. But at the same time, Vegeta kind of rolls his eyes at the fact that Kakarot really had to win in this sort of way. With even that said though, the next fight is Goku versus Frost. He would go head to head with Frost, and Goku wouldn't actually know his own strength, because once he kind of fights with Frost and Frost goes all out, well, let's just say he goes at Frost in his Super Saiyan form, and his Super Saiyan form is immensely stronger than Frost. It's actually hard for him to hold back. You see, with Vegeta, they were going all out, so Goku could hold back a little bit, and Vegeta would still be extremely strong, so it wouldn't be super difficult. But Frost is like arguably maybe Super Saiyan Vegeta level, probably less than that. So the fact is, it's hard to hold back that much, at least with the strength that he's gained throughout the 3 years, which was a massive amount. He would punch Frost right in his own fist, and it would send Frost flying out of the stage. But actually, the ricochet and the fact that he punched the fist of Frost, Goku started feeling weird. He started feeling groggy, and he would actually stumble a bit, and he would fall off the stage as well. The judge or the referee would say that this is a double knockout, believing that, well, they must have both just knocked each other out. But that double knockout would eventually get reverted, because, well, Jocko would see from afar that Frost has a poison needle, a needle with on his arm, and he tries to say that, oh, it's part of his body and that's actually normal, but he says that that is obviously tipped with poison, and tipping something with poison is not normal from one's body. So Frost he's already eliminated, but Goku would be reinstated due to Jocko seeing this poison. With that said, well, Piccolo would be up next for the fight against Vegeta. Vegeta is a tin man, a giant man that's like kind of got metal armor all over him, and it seems like he has lava in his mouth. And it's, well, that is the perfect counter to Piccolo. Piccolo may be smart, maybe fast, maybe strong, and maybe he could even deduce that he needs to say bad things to Vegeta. But before he could even do it, the room would get way too hot for Piccolo, and he would dry out. As most of y'all know, well, Namekians are pretty vulnerable to losing water. Their body is made up of mostly water, and frankly, they run on only water itself, so they're very susceptible to this, even more than a regular human or even Saiyan who drinks water for most of their hydration. But luckily enough, Piccolo tells Vegeta what his weakness is just from learning and figuring it out, and Piccolo would tell him that he needs to insult him, and Vegeta would easily beat Vegeta, going in and insulting the Metal Man, calling him some piece of garbage / metal piece of junk, and so on. Vegeta would win against the Metal Man, and he would see that his next opponent would be Kaba. Kaba is an interesting one. A Saiyan from Universe 7 would definitely pique the interest of the prince, but that's not the only thing. Kaba doesn't even know how to use Super Saiyan, so Vegeta decides he's going to beat Super Saiyan into the boy. So he begins to beat on Kaba, honestly showing himself as the superior fighter by a long shot. And Kaba tries to kind of do this whole, oh, like, I want you to be my master thing, but Vegeta's not having it. He wants Kaba to become a Super Saiyan, so he kind of shows off that villain side of him once again, threatening to kill his family and blow up his planet and so on and so forth. But beating some sense into him would eventually lead Kaba to actually becoming the Super Saiyan of legend and gaining power that he would think would be inconceivable back at home. But Vegeta would continue the onslaught even with the impressive feats of Kaba, and he would show how superior he is, even showing off Super Saiyan Blue and showing Kaba how much better the Universe 7 Saiyans are compared to them. But after the defeat of Kaba, he would tell him that maybe, just maybe, he'll train him in the future, and maybe he'll go check out planet Sadala in the future as well. Vegeta would be at the very last person. The very last fighter of Universe 6 would be Hit, an assassin. And this assassin is no joke. Vegeta would go heads up with Hit, and frankly, he does pretty well. And the only reason for this is for the fact that he's been training with a stronger Goku. Yes, Goku's been holding back, but he's not gonna let Vegeta win. So he is slightly stronger than Vegeta, or at least that's what it seems like. So Vegeta trained hard to keep up with Kakarot, and it honestly gave him a little bit more of an edge. Does that mean that he's gonna beat Hit? Definitely not. He's not going to defeat Hit. Hit will definitely win against Vegeta, but Vegeta does slightly better, and Goku even commends him for how well he did, and Vegeta tells him to shut up and go get in the ring, and if he loses, well, maybe Monaka will win. He laughs a bit, but Goku does say, oh yeah, they do have Monaka, so it's really no worry. But Beerus says to shut up, that he's leaving Monaka for last, but hopefully Monaka doesn't even have to fight. He doesn't want Monaka to fight. He actually wants Goku to make sure to clean this up. Goku kind of sighs and says that he would love to see Monaka fight, but Beerus says he'll destroy him if he more or less doesn't try. So he goes in the ring with Hit, and he transforms into Super Saiyan God. And Beerus, feeling this power, he's actually off-putted. he's so strong. What the hell's going on? Beerus would be confused, and, well, Vegeta would be as well. It seems like Goku is even stronger than what they believed, and he's not even in his Super Saiyan Blue form. While watching Hit more or less fight Vegeta, he's realized that Hit's power is based on time. It's a time skip ability, but if he overwhelms him with power, if he's far stronger than Hit, then it doesn't matter. So Goku begins his onslaught, attacking Hit. Even in his Super Saiyan God form or his red-haired form, he would outspeed Hit by a long shot. Even the time abilities weren't helping Hit, and Goku would counter and counter and counter. Goku would eventually bring out Hit pretty easily too, and he would speed blitz him, putting him in a bit of a bind and then knocking him out, kind of stunning Hit just based on feints and counters. It's kind of insane how Goku completely made Hit look like a joke when Vegeta struggled so damn much. But everyone celebrates for Team or Universe 7 or Team Universe 7 actually won. It would be pretty exciting. Everybody would be excited about it because, you know, the Earth, it doesn't get transferred over to Universe 6. But luckily enough, Beerus still wishes for Universe 6's Earth to be brought back, and the normal interaction with Zeno and stuff like that would go as normal. He would bring up the fact that he wants to more or less have a tournament like this, but with all the universes. Goku does his normal Goku stuff, and then Universe 7 would head on home. But here's the thing. There was someone watching this fight. There was a Supreme Kai in training, seething over this tournament. And the fact that these mortals were using God Ki, but more specifically, even mixing it with the impurity of that disgusting Super Saiyan form. That is disgusting. He absolutely thinks this is horrible, and thinks that these mortals need to be cleansed, need to be destroyed, and need to be put away forever. But before anybody could really notice, the Supreme Kai of Universe 10 would walk in, and he would ask Zamasu what he was doing. Zamasu would respond, he's just watching the fights, learning, from the mortals. And he would nod, saying that Zamasu will be a great Supreme Kai. Some time would pass, and Goku would continue his training, but his power would continue its insane climb. Vegeta trains even harder to try and keep up, even attempting to go into the hyperbolic time chamber for some more time. But even with that, his ability to keep up is null and void. It doesn't matter. There's just no way he'll be able to keep up with how fast Goku is growing. And there's no way for him to close that gap. Before you know it though, they would actually be visited by a familiar ally. Future Trunks would arrive. He's come from the future, and it seems like it's all bad once again. Future Trunks would take a swing at Goku immediately after being awakened. But what Goku and the others don't know is that soon, someone very familiar to them would be arriving and threatening the universe. No, the multiverse as they know it. Because a Supreme Kai, only a Supreme Kai in training is coming. And that Supreme Kai in training believes that mortals are a curse to this world and they all need to die. But with that said, that's the end of part 1 of What If Goku Wished for Frieza's Potential. If y'all enjoyed, show some love. Leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment down below. If y'all want to see part 2 ASAP, show this video love, blow it up. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And yeah, I will be honest, I don't have plans to go past the Tournament of Power arc. If y'all really love the series, I honestly might. But I have full intention to just go to the Tournament of Power because that's where the anime ended. And that's just how I do things on other channels as well. But maybe I'll change my mind in the future. But yeah, with that said, I just wanted to tell y'all that for future reference. And yeah, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Later.